All right, it's the late evening update for you guys. I promised I'd keep you updated if I saw new data, and here it is. This is the latest NAM model. We're talking about the snowstorm in the East Coast and potential and what's going on with everything. Of course, we've got our snow going back here across Missouri as we head into Monday afternoon. This right here doesn't look super heavy, but what I think is interesting is what happens here into western Kentucky and potentially northern Tennessee. Does it get into Nashville? I don't know, but how about this? Very close to Bowling Green, and that snow could be heavy at times. This track would keep the heaviest snow just south of Louisville, if not very close to Louisville. I don't think you're completely out of the woods or out of the game, however you want to look at it if you're looking for snow. But the idea for the NAM over the last two runs now, really kind of all day. I didn't know that I believed it on the 18Z. Now that we're at the 0Z, I value this run much more because it actually has data plugged into it, better initialization, all of those things. So looking at the newest NAM, it is further to the south with the precip. That does two things. Number one, it pushes your rain snow line further to the south. So here you go. Congratulations, New York City. This is what you want to see. Now, I still think there's some mixing here. Clearly, your totals, I think, are still going to be north of town, up into the higher elevations of northern New Jersey, back here into northeastern Pennsylvania. Also, southern Connecticut. This gives you a better chance of seeing snow all the way down to New Haven, right along the water. We stay snow the whole time if this happens, and even out onto Long Island with this particular track. This is the NAM model. I want to flip over and show you the HRRR model. Let me back it up here. We're ahead in time, but here we go through, change our time to 3 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Here comes the low right off of the Delmarva. I think we're still all rain here, but my goodness, I mean, it's trying to, even the HRRR trying to push that mixed precip here to that Maryland-Pennsylvania border. I don't think we see much snow here south of that, but you know, it puts you in the game here for, say, all the way over to Newark, back into eastern Pennsylvania, Allentown, areas north of that, probably going to see the heaviest. Harrisburg, where you were on the line, I think now you are solid in the heavier snow with this particular model run. And again, coastal Connecticut, just like I showed you there on the NAM, I still think there's going to be some mixing here along the coast. That's going to eat in any snow totals, and I think that's why the heaviest band will be just away from the coast here. And still inland. This pushes still that heavy snow toward Boston. It might be a little bit lighter here in the northwest Mass, and it's going to be tough to get that snow further to the north if we see a southerly track. It's one of the reasons that look back towards western New York. I mean, these models are having a really hard time pushing any snow here into western New York, keeping it all into Pennsylvania. A much more southerly solution showing up here on these latest runs. And here's the latest NAM numbers. Really, I think we may see a shift in the forecast tomorrow if this trend continues into the early part of the day. The NAM also shifting snow totals further to the south, clearly here on the 0Z run. It will be interesting to watch what happens back here across Kentucky and Tennessee. This upper low is tricky. It's been a surpriser back across Texas, right? Ask the folks south of Amarillo, north of Lubbock. Pounded today with snow. You get under those upper lows, they can do some wild things. So are we going to see a foot of snow here somewhere? I don't think we will, but somebody could see 6+. Yeah, it's certainly on the table at this point. And then off to the north and east with this southerly track, New York City, I think you're back in the game for snow. I don't want to get you hyped up and let you down, but the trend, that's what I'm going to tell you. The trend is further south. It's what I'm seeing here tonight. I'm man enough to come on and say, look, here's what I'm seeing. It's a little different than what I saw earlier. Facts change. Facts being the models that I'm using to make these forecasts. It's not exact, guys. So if you want exact, you're not going to get it from me, but I'm going to shoot straight with you. And I'm not going to tell you what I hope for, what I believe. I try to base my forecast on trends and facts. And I think the trend is further to the south. I may be eating my words tomorrow. I hope not, but I'm feeling like it is tracking south. All right. That's all I got tonight, guys. I hope you subscribe. Thanks for checking the video out. Have a great night.